out to the fucking drop.
Hey, welcome back to the Basic Bitches. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Ben. Today we'll be ranting about retail jobs.
Yay!
Oh,
Whoa,
What the fuck?
hello. We go with it.
Alright, we're going with it.
Okay.
So as I was gonna say, well, I currently hold a retail job and you used to have one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we are well qualified to speak on this topic.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, what should we start with?
Old bitches.
It seems like the main group of people who shop at department stores are people that should be in the ground right now.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
What, annoys me the most about them is, they take out a coupon and then they be all like, hey, I want to use this coupon. And you're like, ma'am, that's for a different department store. We aren't affiliated with them. And they're like, no, you guys are the same. It's like, no, we're not.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use this here.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Or like when they're like buying like Levi jeans or something, and they're all like, I want to use this coupon on it. And I'm just like, ma'am, the coupons do not work on Levi's. And they're all like, well, I read all the exclusions on the list, and Levi's is not on there. And I'm like, bitch, what's the first one on that list? And she's all like, Levi's. I'm like, exactly. And then they're always like, oh, well, I'll just go to Macy's. And I'm like, the coupons don't work on Levi's there either. Like, there's not a single store where you can use a coupon on Levi's. So don't even.
Mm-hmm. I also like when they try to use coupons on, super cheap shit. Like, if it's, super clearance for, $2 and they try to use a coupon on it, it's like, excuse me, ma'am, but you have, on the back of the coupon, it says that you can't use it on, I forgot what they used to call it, big sales or
last act or whatever.
something like that, yeah. And they're like, well, I've done it before.
Because you can do it at JCPenney.
Oh,
really? Even if it's $1, the coupon will still work on it.
Oh, well, you can't at Macy's.
I just feel like a lot of people get confused that the different stores have different rules on shit.
Yeah, they assume that it applies for everything. Like everything is the same at every store, and it's like, no, it's not.
It's like every store carries different shit.
Exactly.
So how could it all work the same?
It's like, you stupid.
Exactly.
Ugh. My favorite, no offense to these, majority or minority, whatever you want to call them.
Well, what is the group of people? Are they the majority or the minority?
The people who do not speak English whatsoever.
I'd assume they're a minority, but a majority in department stores for some reason.
Pretty much. Isn't that weird how that works? But anyways, no offense to them or anything like that, but it's so frustrating to, try to communicate with them, especially when they don't speak any English at all. It's like, okay, well, I can't really help you because I don't speak Spanish or, Mandarin, because those were the type of people I usually dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time, this one, couple came up to me, and they only spoke Spanish, and they kept pointing to the sign where it's get 20% off. And I said, yes, you can do that, but you have to open a card. And no, 20%. And I'm like, yeah, you have to open a card. They're like, no, they were pretty much saying, just give us the 20%. We don't want, and I'm like, I can't do that. I'm sorry. So I just kind of checked them out, and they just kind of went with it. It was really awkward and, frustrating. Mm-hmm. And, of course, right when I got done checking them out, a coworker of mine was like, oh, you should have gotten me. I speak Spanish. I'm like, fuck my life. Mm-hmm. I swear. Ugh.
For me, it's really easy to get people who don't speak English to sign up for, a JCPenney card. But then they, I don't think they know what they're signing up for. They're all like, you need social security number to check out? I'm like, yeah, we go with it. Because I get paid every time, we sign up someone for a card.
I swear.
So I'm like, I don't give a shit. And they're like, wait, this is a credit card? I'm like, yes. I said, do you want a JCPenney credit card? They're like, oh, no, I don't want a credit card. I'm like, bitch, you weren't approved anyway. Who cares?
I swear.
It's an extra $2 for me, so it all good.
I swear.
You know what?
I mean, I'm not judging, but I am. You know. Another thing too that I think is hilarious is you notice that there's people that come every single fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, bitch, it's the same deal as like the day before. I don't know why you're back again.
Especially like in the town that we are in, because like, we're just not that big. So it's not like we get new stuff every day. We're like, a Macy's in Minneapolis is gonna have new stuff all the time. But
Exactly.
not here. My favorite thing is when they come up to me and they're like, how long does this sale go on? And I'm like, everything's always on sale. This is JCPenney. And they're like, no, but the sales change. I'm like, you think there's a difference between jeans being $19.99 or buy one, get one free at $40? Like, do you not realize that's the same price?
You know what I just realized? Would we get in trouble for mentioning them? For mentioning Macy's or JCPenney?
No.
I thought that was part of like a contract or whatever that you can't trash talk them.
We can trash talk our employers. Well, I mean, mine actually is still my employer. It's just I can't like divulge company secrets because like I know certain things about like my store and the company, like because we talk about them at meetings, where like I can't say them and like I wouldn't. But this is all like open shit. Like if you look at the sales, if you're smart enough to figure it out, like anyone could know this.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is no hate. Like, I love department stores.
Yeah.
Like, I love shopping at them. I mean, there's no other way. Like, you can't get cheaper Ralph Lauren stuff anywhere besides Macy's. Like, if you're actually smart with the coupons.
Yeah.
But it's just some of the things they do are so stupid, and the people who shop at the stores are so stupid that I can't even,
You're like, can you go away, please?
Especially old women, because they just don't know what they're doing. Like, their brain is gone, and they just think that, like, things are the way they used to be, and it's like, no.
Oh my god, that like made me remember something. Okay, so back when I used to work there at Macy's, we started to cut down on the amount of people we would have in the store. Because, it was kind of not doing too hot, as a lot of people already know, so.
Macy's is doing horrible right now.
Well, anyway, so, like, for closing, we would have at least 2 people between juniors and women's. And there'd be some nights where it's just one person.
How many registers?
Oh my god, let me think. There's 2 at juniors, 2 in one department, 2 in another.
I mean, like, register areas. Because, like, there are at least, because there's 2 in women's, right? And then there's 1 in juniors.
There was at least 4 in women's, and then 2 in juniors.
And there's supposed to be 1 person watching all those registers? Like, that's crazy.
And then, not to mention, when it came time to closing, you had to gather up all the fucking money from all those registers. And they would ask the cosmetic people to help, and then they wouldn't. They would just leave. Or they would ask them to, like, help with the rooms, like the changing rooms, to at least get the clothes out of there for, like, open and everything. And they won't. They just leave. So you're stuck doing it by yourself.
Yay.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible. And, of course, there'd be customers like, where is an associate? And it's like, ma'am, it's just me and one other person, and, we're trying to do everything the best we can. And they're like, God, I swear, this store's gonna go, like, to the ground. Like, you guys are doing such a horrible job. And it's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't make up the schedule. It is how it is. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. It's like, they make it sound like it's my fault. Like, it's like, God, like, you need to be doing a better job. And it's like, bitch, like, I'm trying to do everything at once. There's only so much one person can do. If you worked in retail, you would understand.
It's like, I work in the suit department. at JCPenney. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be over in, like, our suit area, fitting someone for a suit, and people will seriously walk up to me while I'm helping a customer and be like, "Are you at that register?" And then I'm just like, "Yes, but I'm with a customer." And they're like, "I need you to check me out." I'm like, "Walk to a different register, I'm with a customer." And they will just keep on insisting. Well, then go grab someone to come and bring us up here.
It's like, you have legs.
And then they'll be like, "Well, I can't walk that far." And they're like 50. I'm like, "I don't care. Then just leave." Like, I don't care if you buy anything. We don't get commission. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it makes no difference to me if you buy something.
Yeah. What really irritated me is what, so, like, I would be checking someone out. Like, there'd be a line. And then, again, not trying to hate. I don't know if it's a part of their culture or anything like that. But I would either get, like, Hispanic or an Asian. And I know they're not from the States because, like, they don't speak, like, a lick of English or very little English.
A
And they would
lick of
just
English.
barge right in front of the line and be like, "Can I get a price check?" And, like,
Get to the back of the line, bitch.
I'm helping a customer. They're like, "Oh, I'll wait." And it's like, you can try the register over there where they're doing absolutely nothing. Like, literally, oh, so JK, there was actually one, two, like 3 sections of registers. So in the women's department. Yeah, I forgot about that. So it's like, yeah, again, for closing, that's a pain in the ass. But anyways, and they still won't go over there, so they keep insisting that I check the fucking price for them. It's like, oh my god. I'm like, okay, so I quickly check. I'm like, it's this. They're like, can you check this too? I'm like, do you want to be shanked today? So I'm like, okay, so I check that too, and then they like run away. And then then I like apologize and to, the person I was originally checking out, and they're like, no, it's not your fault, like, they obviously don't understand, like, you need to wait your turn, Again, no hate against them, maybe it's a cultural difference thing, but still, it's like, you need to understand when someone's helping another person, you need to either fucking wait and go to the back of the line or go somewhere else to get it checked.
The thing that I don't think people realize is that when they're rude to us, we can purposefully make things cost more. Because I know I've done this. Like,
Ben!
no, it's stuff like, I mean, I would never, because we don't have the power to mark things up.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, let's just say if we have a coupon for 25% off and you're rude to me, I'm not going to give it to you. Like, I'll find a way to make sure it doesn't work. Or let's just say I know that something's on sale, it doesn't come up right. I'll just leave it at full price.
Yeah.
If you're being rude to me. Because, like, it's just something like, if you have to just be nice to people, because otherwise, like, we have ways of getting back at you. Like, I don't think they realize how much power we have over the price of shit.
I've actually never done that, so.
Really?
Yeah, so shame.
No, it's just if someone's not being nice to me, I will make it happen.
I was actually really nice to people, but only to people who are, like, super nice to me or, like, whatever, you know what
I
I
only
mean?
give coupons to people that are nice to me.
Because, like, I remember one time I had a vet come in, and she's like, do you have, like, a vet discount? And we don't.
You don't? We do.
Not to my knowledge, no. I've never been told we have one, so I just gave her, like, I think I gave her, like, 15% off. And then, like, if someone, like, barely missed a sale, those stupid sales that they have for, like, from 1 hour to, like, this hour.
And doorbusters.
Yeah, so I just give it to them. And I'm like, don't tell anyone, I'll just give it to you. Like, I've done that before. I've done that a few times. I was way too nice to people.
A lot of people, like older people, come up to me and like they think that because I'm like younger that I'll just give them whatever they say. Like there was one time where this woman came up to me with Adidas shorts and was just like, "Oh, these are marked at $10.99," and she had a coupon for 10 off 10. Like, because she thought she'd get it for 99 cents. I'm like, "Oh, really?" Because, like, she came from the women's department over to the men's. Like, and I'm just like, "Oh, well, let me just call over there to see if that's what it's marked at." Because it came up at, like, $30 or something.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's supposed to be that." I'm like, "No, I don't think so." Like, you can go back there.
Yeah, I've done that before, too. Like, if a lady comes up to me and is like, it's this price, and then I check it. I'm like, oh, well, it's coming up like this. They're like, no, it's that price. That's what I saw at the, like, hanger. Like, you know how sometimes get clothes get hung in a wrong spot.
Yeah, like it'll accidentally put on clearance. So like it's 80% off. I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go check to see if there's any duplicates over there. And if there is, I will give it to you. But if it is not, I will have to talk to a manager about it. Because I'm not just going to give it to you.
We're not stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of us are in college, just getting money for... It's just spending money for us.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So, I also want to talk about, like, the horrors of being a retail associate, too. Like, we've had a few scary things happen at our store. Like, remember how I told you that a gun was found by a child?
Yeah.
I was like, say what? Yeah, a fucking gun was found by a child, and the gun was, like, hidden within some clothes. It's like, what the fuck?
I had the same thing happen to me at JCPenney in the fitting room, except for a kid didn't find it. I found it. He's like, no, it's all good. I have a permit to carry. I'm like, you're at the mall. You can't carry a gun around the mall. This isn't Texas.
Yeah. Didn't they, like, start following him around, too?
He got kicked out of the mall by mall security.
Really?
Yeah, because you can't bring a gun to the mall.
Yeah, it's like, who fucking cares? You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when I was working in the women's department, because the section I was working in the women's department, there's an entrance into the mall. So I was helping this woman, and he's like, he comes up to me, and he stands literally, like, next to me, up in my face, and you could smell the alcohol coming off of his body. Like, holy shit. And he kept asking for change. And, like, I'm with a customer right now. He's like, well, it will only take a second. I just need some change. I'm like, dude, I literally cannot give you change. As you can see, I'm with the customer. And I'm like, either you can wait or you can go to another register. And that's what he did. And the lady looked at me like, holy shit, I could smell the alcohol from here. I'm like, I know, right? And then finally, someone else in another department ended up calling security. Like, if I had the number for the mall security, I would have done it, but I didn't. Because usually it's at all the registers, but for some reason, the one I'm at, of course, didn't have one.
Pretty much.
And apparently he had a fucking child with him, and he left the child alone in the play area near the, like, little entrance that I was at. Yeah. It was so fucked up.
Gosh, that reminds me. I had a guy come in, and he was, like, so disgusting. Like, he was like, how do I even describe him? He looked homeless. And he had a daughter that was, like, 8 years old. And I felt so bad, because he came into the store, and he came up to me. You know, he's like, and I was with a customer. He's like, where are your fucking t-shirts? And I'm like, right behind me. Like, we have all the packs of t-shirts or whatever. And he's, like, looking through all of them. He's like, $28 for a pack of t-shirts? This is fucking ridiculous. And he was, like, screaming at his kid to come with him. And then, like, I ended up checking him out later. Because, like, I had been moved upstairs to kids. And he was buying, like, some shoes for his daughter or whatever. And he's all like, I can't believe your shirt's here for big and taller. $12 fucking dollars. Go to fucking Walmart. I'm like,
good, go to Walmart.
That's where you belong. You shouldn't be here. I was so scared. I wanted to call child services for that girl.
Oh my god, that reminds me when I used to work at Target, because we both worked there. Like, 2 different incidences that, like, made me go, what the fuck. First one was my last day. And this guy was smacking his kid. Like, spanking him right in front of me. And I wanted to scream at him. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't do that. And, of course, I couldn't do anything. And I almost said fuck it because it was my last day. But, yeah, it was, and then one other thing that happened at Target that made me go, what the fuck? This guy was bitching at me that we didn't have boxes available to put their shit in. He's like, what do you have for options for bags? I'm like, just plastic bags. They're like, really? Are you fucking serious? You don't have any, like, paper bags or boxes? Can I take a box from, like, your back area or whatever? I'm like, I don't think so. He's like, I demand to talk to a manager. This is ridiculous. I'm like, okay. So I called over one of the managers, and they're like, well, we can look, but I doubt we have any, like, boxes that you can use. He's like, I want you to check. I want you to check right now to see if you have any boxes available.
That's when I walk in the back room, start texting for a little bit, come back out like, sorry, don't have any.
And of course, we didn't have any. So he's like, just forget it. Don't even bag any of the stuff. So I just threw it in the cart. It's
like,
so
okay.
fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't understand why you guys won't have boxes or whatever. It's like, dude, if you want to use boxes or whatever, you go to fucking Sam's Club.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck? This is
Ugh.
another thing, too.
gosh.
I'm sorry. So many weird things happened at that Target.
Well, it's Targetto.
True.
Mhm.
A guy walked up to me. He's like, where are your cigarettes?
It's Target, not Walmart.
I'm like, it's Target. He's like, okay, where are the cigarettes? I'm like, we don't sell cigarettes here. And he's like, oh, I thought you did. And then he walked out. And then and I was helping someone check out too at the time. And she's like, what the fuck? That is the weirdest thing. I'm like, I know, right? Didn't someone get beat in the parking lot when you worked there?
Yeah, some guy was beating up his wife in the parking lot, like right before we closed, and then we're like calling the police and stuff. I was freaking out because like I was a car attendant at the time, so like I was supposed to be going out in the parking lot. I'm like, I don't want to get involved in this.
I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm
Mhm.
staying in here.
So yeah, the police got the guy, but still, it's like who beats up their wife, especially in like a Target parking lot?
Like, what's wrong with you?
I know, right? It's not Walmart.
I swear.
The one thing I miss about working at Target is creeping on what people buy. Like, because I love seeing when, like, you know, a super old guy with a young woman, they're buying, like, lube and condoms, and I'm like, really? Like, I know what y'all are up to.
I remember one time, too. I told you this, too. This guy bought a watch, cologne, condoms, and new underwear.
Mm.
And I couldn't help but laugh. And then another guy, this is the two things he bought. Superman underwear and condoms. I'm like, I would also laugh when the guys would buy the pregnancy test.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm like, it's like, you fuck, son.
The very first person I checked out was someone that went to my college, because, like, he had the shirt on with, like, the name of the college or whatever,
Mhm.
and all he bought was Mountain Dew, Doritos, and condoms. I'm like, what the hell? And he was on the football team. I'm like, eh.
Like, this isn't awkward at all.
Of course, this is the first person I'm checking out.
Yay!
Mhm.
I'm trying to think if there's any other things. Of course, we've dealt with stealing. More so, like, at your store, JCPenney.
Just because, like, I don't even know why, but for some reason everyone steals from the store. Like, it's to the point where, like, I probably shouldn't say this, but, like, loss prevention, like, literally follows around everyone who's not white and is shopping in the store. Like, I mean, partially I think that's just where we are, because, like, you know, we're predominantly white in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's, you know, the, like, minorities that, like, are usually the ones who steal. Like, they barely ever catch a white person
Yeah.
stealing. Which, I don't know everything about that. That's not what I do. But, like, yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's just they steal so much stuff, like, especially Levi's.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And then they come back and they're, like, trying to return it, even though they, like, never bought it.
You know what angers me is that we were told we literally can't do anything.
It's the same at JCPenney.
Well, I thought you told me a few times they would go after them and catch them. Like, the last prevention at Macy's wouldn't even do that.
Yeah, like, at least, like, my loss prevention, they tackle people. But, like, the only way that they're able to do that is if they see someone stealing something. If I see someone stealing something and tell them, they can't do anything about it.
Mm,
Like, they need to actually witness them putting something in their bag.
that makes sense, I guess. But yeah, there was one time where, like, I think it was the last hour we had to watch this one guy. Like, literally, that's all we did. Like, we didn't even do anything else. We were instructed to watch this individual because there was him and, like, I think 2 or 3 other people, and they were caught stealing shit. and they all ran off, and they left the one guy behind. So they couldn't do anything with him because he didn't have anything on him, you know? So he was doing the weirdest fucking shit, too. He would be like, he would walk around in, like, the aisles and shit, and then he would, like, leave the store, like, stand out there for a while, and then come back into the store and, like, walk in the aisles again and leave out of a different exit, and he would do that over and over again until we finally closed. But then, luckily, mall security escorted him off the property.
That's good.
Because obviously we don't want him there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all we did the rest of that night. We had to stand in the aisles if we saw him coming and watch him. But like, we had so many people steal purses. It was purses and bedding that got stolen the
Who
most.
steals bedding?
We had one guy, he was like really tall. He was on drugs. He even told an associate that he was doing drugs.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get clean and shit like that. And he stole fucking bedding, like a comforter, and ran out of the store into a car. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I love when, like, there's these dumb girls that will, like, try to steal stuff from Sephora. And, like, that's, like, the number one spot in JCPenney where people try to steal from because, you know, it's crazy expensive. Like, all the stuff in there.
Yeah.
But, like, it's so easy for them. Like, you take a couple bottles of perfume or, like, any lipstick or something, you can get up to, like, a felony in such a short amount of time.
Well, yeah.
And
like,
they do charge you for it.
Well, some of the lipstick is like $30, you know?
Yeah, and I think it's like $500 and you have a felony on your record forever.
Yeah. It's like, bitch, if you can't afford it, don't, like, you know?
Go to Target and get some cheap ass shit.
Yeah, like, get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. But yeah, like, I don't know why. It was bedding, and it seemed like it was bedding and purses that got, like, taken the most.
I noticed that now they put, like, those cables through all the purses, so you can't even, like, take them off the table.
Mm-hmm. It was mainly, like, the clearance ones that got taken, but I mean, still, it's like, really, bitch? Like, you can't afford, like, $30 for a purse? That's a good deal.
We don't even have Coach at our Macy's anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
they got rid of it?
Yeah, they don't have any anymore.
Shit, yeah, because they had it when I was there. What was it? Oh, there's this one lady. I missed it, but I was working that day. She was, like, complaining that she was really cold, and, like, she was all trembly and stuff. So she's like, oh, I'm just going to try on this sweater. And it was, like, a Ralph Lauren one.
Mm-hmm.
And she walked out of the fucking store into the mall. And luckily, mall security, like, spot her, and, like, they followed her around and everything. But it's like, bitch, really? And then she even had the audacity to come back into the store with the sweater on. And I don't even think she paid for it.
She just took it.
I think so. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, we're at, like...
This is our longest video in a little while.
I mean, I think it's entertaining. What do you guys think? Was it entertaining?
I think it was.
Are you not entertained?
Shit. I just feel like we have so many stories about it because, well, especially for me, like, because it's my life right now during the summer, because it's all I do is work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's worth it, though, to work in retail. Like, mostly for the discount. And there's just so much stuff that you get for so cheap. It's awesome. But still, like, people are stupid. So when you go to a store, be nice to people.
Yeah, or else they'll fuck you up like Ben.
I'm an asshole, though.
Mm-hmm. Or you'll get someone like me who's like, I give it to you anyway.
If you're a guy, make sure you're muscular and hot, because then I give you a discount.
Oh my god, I swear, bitch.
I kid you not. Like, I will actually do that. Be like, oh, you think this is supposed to be $1? If you insist. Fuck me.
Well, anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here. If you enjoyed our video, be sure to like, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe.
Mm-hmm. And make sure you check out our social media. We got Tweeters, we got Snapchats, we got blogs.
I'm actually gonna post new blogs.
You better be.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Check out mine. It's so much more entertaining than Steffi's.
Fuck you.
Whatever.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Shit.
And as always, we will be talking to you in the next podcast. Bye.
Bye.